Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Electric Elohim. Now, I was going to come back and I was going to share with you my part 2 of my messianic testimony. But I feel like the Lord's Spirit is leading me to tell you about some dreams and revelation and some visions that He has given me about what's going on with the fish. Now, He didn't share with me about the birds, but I have a scripture in Hosea which I think would very much describe what is going on. And I'm going to also talk about the flooding and what He's talked to me about that. So I believe what we're going to start with first is Hosea. Now, Ezekiel 29 was given to me October 2010. And Elohim's Spirit told me to proclaim a plague on the rivers and the creeks and the streams and the lakes and the ponds and anything else that holds water with fish in the United States of America, minus in people's houses in their fish tanks. The Lord, I feel, is pouring out His wrath and is beyond warning. And that is unfortunate because the Lord wishes that no one should perish. So before I go on any further, let me read Hosea. Now, I got Hosea today while I was watching a video on YouTube. And today is January 20th, 2011. And I was looking for revelation to go with Ezekiel 29, which is talking about the fish and the plagues in the rivers and upon the water, because the great dragon sits in the midst, which is Satan, is the king of Babylon, is the king of Egypt. Here we go. Hosea chapter 4, verses 1 through 3. Hear the word of Yah, ye children of Israel. For Yah hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying, and killing and stealing, and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shalt the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of the heaven. Ye, the fish of the sea, shall also be taken away. Now, that scripture is speaking on a worldwide basis. They found fish in Mexico and Brazil. And they've also found turtles. They've found jellyfish in San Francisco. They found starfish. Folks, I gotta say it. The Lord is not a man that He should lie. Now, as an apostle, prophet, I'm going to tell you, when the Lord gives a prophecy, sometimes we tend to think that it's just for our land, but I believe that the Lord is giving the American prophet vision and insight, revelation and dreams of what's coming upon the world, not just in the United States. And I believe that Yah Elohim is giving revelation not only for the United States, but also for the rest of the world, from the flooding, the fish, the birds, the warning. Everything is correlating. So this is what Yah Elohim has said to me. At first I thought it was just about the United States, but it's for everyone. But mainly for the United States, but it's a warning about the fish. He told me October 8th, 2010, again, like I said, to proclaim a plague. And this is what it said. It's Ezekiel 29 verses 3 through 10. Thou saith the Lord Yah, behold, I am against thee, Pharaoh king of Egypt, the great dragon that lieth in the midst of his rivers, which has say, my rivers is my own, and I have made it for myself. But I will put hooks in thy jaws, and I will cause the fish of thy rivers to stick unto thy scales, and I will bring up out of the midst of thy rivers all of thy fish. Thy rivers shall stick unto thy scales. And I will leave thee thrown in the wilderness. Thee and all the fish of thy rivers thou shalt fall upon the open fields, and thou shalt not be bought together, nor gathered. I have given thee for meat to the beasts of the field, and to the fowls of the heavens. And all the people of Egypt shall know that I am Yah, because they have been a staff and a reed to the house of Israel. When they took hold of thee by the hand, did thou rentest all their shoulders, and when thou leaned upon thee, thou breakest and mattest all their loins to stand. Therefore the Lord shall cut off man and beast. They shall know that I am Yah. Now, I'm going to give you an interpretation of this. The first thing, the water, every bit of the water in the United States, from creeks, lakes, ponds, dams, you name it, rivers, I don't care, I told you, anywhere where there are fish, minus your home, in your fish tanks, is going to be affected. This is a plague. These fish aren't dying because it's too cold. How many times has it been record cold in Maryland or Arkansas, and the fish have survived fine thus far? They've been surviving in this country for hundreds of years with no problem with cold. We tend to want to explain away God. It seems like the scientists want to try to find a reason, and I can much assure you, because it's been proven that, well, evolution is a lie. They'll try to lie and lie to keep face on what isn't the truth. So that is a deceptive spirit, and we've pretty much in the United States, because I think we're past warning, have been given over to a reprobate mind. So the fish are coming up. They're going to stink up the land. They're going to be given to the fowls of the air and the beasts of the fields, and we're going to be dealing with it. They're going to stick to our shovels. They're going to stick to our land. They're going to be in places where we never thought they would be. And while honestly they make good fertilizer, too many fish is a very bad thing. I believe Hosea is talking about the sea and the fish of the sea and all the creatures in the sea that are in correlation to mourning. And Romans talks about the inhabitants of the earth and being weighed down by the inhabitants and gross sin, waiting for the one to return that can release and set her free and renew her, Yahshua HaMashiach. Or, as you guys know him, Jesus Christ, the Messiah. The next thing is the talks with Israel, a sin, intrusive, disrespectful. I said in my first video, Palestine should seek refuge and home in Jordan. That is what the Lord have given them. Like I said, they're waging war with a brother who, through deception, went in upon and worked for Laban. He suffered, he earned it, and he pleased God, and Esau did not, and Esau despised his birthright. So Palestine doesn't have a spiritual nor in the natural right to have a state. And there's a woman on here her name is Ruby Table Talks. It's her channel, and she is a prophetess. And she said this, and the Lord gave this to me in 2008, that he was going to divide America into threes. Now, I thought that I was, crazy when I heard that. I said, well, in the threes, so I dismissed it. But Ruby confirmed it in her prophecy warning about Arkansas, and she posted it up a couple weeks ago. We have 3 fault lines in the United States, one in New York State, one in Missouri, and one over in the West Coast. 3. 1, 2, 3. He will, and he confirmed it, because I thought I was threes, but she confirmed it. So I know that it's true. The next thing that I wanted to read to you is about the flooding. And again, I'm going to say it.